Welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun. This is the Daily Dish with yours truly. That's me, Ron E. Bradley. And I hope that wherever you are having a phenomenal day. Morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night, Tuesday. But for me, it was Tuesday. Yes, I hope that wherever you are, that it is a phenomenal for you. And speaking of the day, as of the recording of this, the live streaming of this, I gotta get my pictures. There we go. It is that's the third day of June. June. Oh my gosh, the third day of June in the year 2025. How is this year going by so fast? Time is this very strange relative thing because man, oh sakes alive, does it go by so fast the older you get, which makes me think, if God's been around forever, time must not really feel like it exists at all to him. It's all just one big crunch thing. Hey, let's say hi to everybody that's coming in the chat. Thank you guys for being here today, for being my juice, for being my caffeine, for being my energy, my gigawatts, my energon to the transformer, like the Transformers of old, the Autobots and the Decepticons, the energon. You are the energon that makes this guy transform and roll out of bed in the morning to be here with you.
A toast, Autobots. Boy, these are good. I needed to refuel. Energy. This stuff's the greatest.
Energy. This is my Walt Disney World mug from 2019, the last really decent year of Walt Disney World. They say that they're trying to get back to the way that it was, but you'd have to go back to fast passes being free, and unfortunately that genie is out of the bottle because it was literally a genie. So Genie Plus, my gosh. Pamela Empson, I see your comment there. Thank you so much. As a matter of fact, let's say hi to everybody that's coming in to the chat this morning. Everybody's coming into the chat. Everybody's coming into the chat. So, did you guys miss me yesterday? So we had a dental appointment. Not me, somebody in my family had to take them, and it's all good. Everything's fine. Everything's good. But then afterwards, but that was at like right at the show time, right? So couldn't do the show the normal time. And man, just the whole day was just it did not work out for me to have an alternative for y'all. And I wanted to, but I didn't. So anyway, it happens. That happened. Let's say hi to everybody. Forget the past, okay? The past is in the past. The past, as Anthony Robbins says, the past does not equal the future. So, certainly true in the case of Snow White. The past was great, and the future doesn't look as great for Snow White. Snortapoopaskee Burr first in the house this morning with the hello humans and other critters. Good to see you in the house. And he asks, is this about the Iger sanction? Well, we're going to get to the story, and we're going to see. Tanner Stanley comes in. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tanner Stanley. I'm glad you are here. Glad you are with us. Andy W. Good morning, Andy. Still in Nevada, I take it. Tom F. One of our great mods. Actually, Snortapoopas is a mod now too, so we got two great mods in so far with Tom F. and Snortapoopa says, good morning, all. My mom came in with good morning. Saying hi to everybody here. Everybody say hi to my mom. Equus Heart is here. Equus Heart is in the house. Morning, Evan, with her Equus Heart. And Pamela Empson from across the pond says, hi all, Ron, Bradley, Tom, F. Snort, Poopus, everybody there. Mr. Fulton Mraz says, good morning. Getting ready for my big Special Olympic Summer Games this Friday through this upcoming Sunday. That's exciting. Going to be running the 200-meter dash this Saturday morning at 5 a.m. in Terre Haute. I guess Terre Haute would be, was that Indiana? Oh, stuttering guitarist is here. Good morning, stuttering guitarist. Good to see you in the house in the chat. Let's see. Pam says, I worked out what you meant by the family vlogs on the playlist. Yes, so we have the vlogs playlist and the pop culture playlist. And what I've done, so the Daily Dish is its own playlist if you want to go back. Sometimes watching a live show on the replay, the whole point of a live show is very, very different. When I'm doing a live show, it's really to interact with you guys in the audience, a lot of that. So I'm talking to you guys, checking out your comments, your chat, all of that. So a lot of people don't like to watch the live show. So it's in a playlist, but the featured playlists on the channel are now the pop and parks. In other words, pop culture and parks news commentary, in which I take what I've done on the Daily Dish, or outside of that, there will be other stories. There are other stories that are outside of that I record not during the Daily Dish. And so all of that is going into one place. And the idea is to get out at least one video per day in that category and work my way up to eventually 2 and potentially 3, depending on how much work I can get out. So hopefully by the end of June, there are at least 30 new videos. I'm a little bit behind on that, but that's okay because I've got them in the works. There'll definitely be a couple days I have to put out too, just to catch up. I just watched the animated Transformers movies again. You've got the touch, yes. For those that don't know, the 1980, was it 5 or 6, that original Transformers animated movie came out, and I loved it, and it totally changed the Transformers at the time because it jumped into a whole different era. Funny thing is, I think it was supposed to be like 2000 or 2005. It was 85 is when the movie came out, but it was set in the quote unquote future, which is now our distant past, ironically enough. But it was, they had hoverboards in that, just like Back to the Future, which I thought was really funny. And of course, you've got the songs Dare to Be Stupid by Weird Al Yankovic, and You Got the Dutch, You Got the Power. When all breaking loose, you'll be right in the eye of the storm. My voice is not ready for singing this morning, that's for sure. I'm ready for talking in my deep, deep voice. My deep voice, my Beetlejuice. Hey, Beetlejuice. I'm the ghost with the most, babe. Okay. Except for maybe Lou Wasserman's ghost. Lou Wasserman's ghost might be the ghost with the most. Yes, indeed. We all like 1985 Transformers. Aloha to Native Hawaiian. Good to see you back in chat. I'm glad you're feeling better, Native Hawaiian. Always good to see you. Got my great mods in the house here. Have the soundtrack on your phone. I have the original 12-inch vinyl. I still have it. I'm not going to go get it and show it, but I do have it. The original 12, it's one of my favorite vinyl albums. Is the music on that thing was so boss. Oh, yes. So sorry about that. Had to miss yesterday, and was going to do a live at a park and just wasn't able to get it done. I did not get the YouTube notice again. Yeah, set the notifications. See, they might work, they might not. Head back to Oregon on the 12th. So you're there for a bit. Yep, Terre Haute, Indiana. Good to know you're much, much better. I was 9. Yeah, yeah. I know we were all freaked out. We were kids, and we were like, he's like, oh, that was funny. I will never forget that either. And Unicron, I am Unicron, almost like Darth Vader. And that was Orson. Was it Orson Welles that did that? And that was like his last. Like the last movie that he ever did was the voice of Orson Welles. It was awesome. 986. I would have been 14, I think, when it came out. So, yeah, Orson Welles. Yes, I definitely. It's a really cool vinyl. I have the original vinyl for that. I have the original vinyl, the flap out, open up for Star Wars, the original Star Wars. Before it was called A New Hope, so it actually just says Star Wars on it. I have a whole bunch of Jackson 5 and some Elvis and a pretty cool, very old vinyl collection. I don't have a record player right now, though. 16. Amazing movie. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Cruising is complete when Cruising Complete is in the house. Now, I'm assuming that you're talking about going on like an oceanic cruise. And perhaps your channel is not about the complete works of Tom Cruise, but that would be an interesting channel too. And they could also call it Cruising Complete, and it would be about all of the collective works of Tom Cruise, Cruising Complete. But yeah, that would be an interesting pop culture channel. But I love going on cruises. I haven't been on one since 2017, so I got to get on that, right? Let me see here. I want to share this. As you know, we have a shop. I got to get more stuff on it. I got to get stuff for Virginia. Virginia's channel is monetized now. And because her channel is monetized, and congratulations to my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley, we need to get some Virginia Bradley merch on the channel. Anyway, here is the merch. Let me get it on the screen so you can see it. Hey, Hitchhiking Bones. Hitchhiking Bones is in the house. And by the way, we love to hold celebrations. And we'll talk about that in just a moment. Here's the merch. We got 10% off on 3 products right now. Make Disney Walt again. There's all that merch. We know that we'd love to go back to Walt Disney World being Walt. Follow the Bradley's Fund. That's the Findings, the Fedora Finds merch. And then, of course, we've got that is the merch. It looks like this. It's got our family logo stuff on it. As a matter of fact, this hat, there's the hat. You can see it right now. Get $2.65 if you buy that hat now off. There it is. There it is. We'll see it. Good hat. Anyhow, thanks, Native Wine. There it is. And yes, so Native Hawaiian gets the spread shop. Cruising Complete. Yeah, maybe I should have Tom Cruise on my channel. It'd be awesome. You can go on a cruise with Tom Cruise. That would be very, very cool. Shop the fun. Follow the Bradley Fun Spread Shop. Yes, indeed. There it is. There's the link. Now, if anybody buys anything from this during the show, we will celebrate that. And we want to talk about celebrations because we have a goal on the channel. As we still are continuing to build up the show, build up the audience on the show, we have a goal on the show. Part of the reason for the goal is because believe it or not, it actually helps the YouTube algorithm. Obviously, the more times the goal is hit, the more this show gets shared out on YouTube. That's one of their things. Now, I have a very simple goal. It's 5 super chats. Okay, so super chats can be 99 cents and up, not super stickers or super things, but super chats specifically. It's kind of weird because it doesn't count super chats. It doesn't count super stickers or super thanks. So we always ask for super chats now. You can do any of them, any of the support. I appreciate any of the support. Also, if somebody becomes a member of the channel, right? That doesn't go into the goal, but if we hit the goal of 5 today, I will be looking to do an extra dish on the weekend. So that is what that is there for. It's 99 cents and up, but I always tell people, and this is the most important thing, if you cannot afford any support, please do not do that. Don't dip into your pocket when you don't have anything. You know your finances. If you can, that's great, and we appreciate it all. So whether it is buying something from the spread shop, PayPal donation, or a buy me a coffee donation, which is technically buy me a Dole Whip, or super chat, super thanks, super sticker, somebody becomes a member of the channel, or memberships are dropped, gifted memberships are dropped, any of those, any of the type of the support, membership, milestone chat, any of that, any of the support that we get on this channel, we love to celebrate that, because we love to celebrate you. And what does a celebration on the channel look like? It's going to look maybe a little something like this.
Is it too much? Too much? It's just perfect! Wahoo!
Oh, this is just the best of my scene. Now, whenever we do a celebration, depending on it, sometimes some are longer than others, but it gives you time. We love for you, if you are a member of the channel, to throw down those member emojis and celebrate in the chat with us. But if you're not a member of the channel, that's okay. You can celebrate with us too. Put a thumbs up in the chat, put a dance emoji or fireworks emojis, or anything that you want to use to celebrate with us. We celebrate together, because the rising tide lifts all ships. And when the rising tide is lifting on ships, you can go on cruising complete, because they'll add Tom Cruise to their channel, and we'll talk about Tom Cruise. Speaking of that, there are other things that we have to talk about today. And of course, all the news that we have is good news here on the show. We only do good news, right?
Right.
Okay, there are other types of news that we want to do on the channel. And also, as you know, June is a special month of a month-long celebration of, well, I don't know. Let me ask the boss. Hey, boss, should we talk about the special, colorful Skittles type celebrations that go on during the month of June? You think we should talk about those here on this channel?
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Okay, so I guess we'll forego that channel, this channel. Oh gosh, I hope you guys enjoy that. What we are going to talk about, and I want to share this. This is so funny. I don't have a complete story about this, but it's funny because I'm going to put it on the screen. This is out of the numbers. Disney's Snow White 2025, the Rachel Zegler-led phenomenon, worldwide phenomenon, right? Okay, there's a reason I'm sharing this. This was one of 2 recent Disney live action remakes from original cartoons. Now, the original Snow White from 1937, the entire Disney company that exists today would not exist. Maybe not at all, certainly not in the way that it currently does exist, or has existed successfully for so many years. All of the success of the Walt Disney Company was built on the original success of that first animated Snow White movie. So here's the remake. And as you can see, when I put this on the screen, the remake has made so far worldwide $205.5 million against a budget, a reported budget of $270 million, a likely budget or likely cost, production cost of $300 million, and with marketing, that cost could have ballooned all the way up to as much as $450 million. I hope it didn't balloon beyond that, because the loss for Disney is astronomical. Now, you have to remember, Disney gets about half of the box office take. So right now, if the worldwide box office is $205 million, Disney's maybe taking in about $100 million. Now, that means that at the very minimum, this movie was a $300 million loss for Disney. That's a third of $1 billion loss for the Disney company. Oh my gosh. Now, how do you make up for that? Well, you have a movie made on the cheap that somehow did really well. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? How are we going to fix this? Well, what if we, instead of release Disney, Lilo and Stitch, which was originally made for Disney Plus, but we'll release it at the box office? Well, guess what? That happened to be a really, really good strategy. Because if we look at Lilo and Stitch, as I typed it, actually, I might just be able to go back. Let me see. Let me look at that. I'll get that up here on the numbers in just a second. Come on, the numbers. All right, there it is. Let's look at Lilo and Stitch. We're going to put this up on the screen. Lilo and Stitch, worldwide box office, $613 million so far. Wow. Literally, with 2 weekends of performance time, it has tripled the amount that Snow White made at the box office. How? I mean, some people are loving this movie. Some people are like, the people who loved the original feel like the ending didn't necessarily meet up with the original. But like, frankly, I'm one of those people who didn't love the original. Okay, true, I didn't. The original was made in like 2002, or I think 2 or 5 or whatever. Anyway, when it came out, and it's a much more modern movie, and the way they did the animation on it, I don't know, it just it didn't resonate with me at the time. Maybe it was my age, maybe it was a lot of different factors, but the original Lilo and Stitch movie was okay, and I always liked Stitch, but I just, and it was charming, certainly had the charm, but it was like, to make that movie into a live action, I think that they kind of had to change the ending. So, but regardless, it's doing well, and it didn't make all of the mistakes that Snow White made. And as far as the end of it's concerned, Lilo and her sister get to be together. They're still family. I mean, family. Here's the thing: family goes far beyond the bounds of legalities. And what they were doing basically at the end of this was keeping Lilo and Nani together, and at the same time making it work out so that it was all legal, and that she actually had more family, extended family, with her neighbor, and her neighbor I mean, it was all good. Nani goes to school for 4 years. Lilo's still like 10 years old. Like, Lilo's still a little girl when Nani comes back from college with a degree where she can make, from what I checked out, at least $80,000. So to start, by the way, In Hawaii, the degree that she's getting, marine biologist, she could be making $80,000 to $130,000 a year. Granted, it's Hawaii, cost of living is a lot, but still, I think they're doing just fine. So anyway, where is everybody in the chat? Weird. Yes, yes, indeed. I know, definitely weird. Native Hawaiian would know because, he's a native Hawaiian. But I know. Not everybody agrees with me about Lilo and Stitch. Some people just love the original so much, and I totally get that. But I'm totally cool with whatever opinion you have. As far as Snow White is concerned, I know that there's probably a few people who like that, but the vast majority did not. And Lilo and Stitch seems more like a 50-50 split. I could be wrong, but what I'm saying is, like, I think more people are actually liking this new version than not. My family loves it. We had a great time. Want to go back and see it again. Probably won't see it in the movie theater, but we'll wait till it comes out. Anyway, I'm very happy for it. I do want to, let's give everybody a chance. If you're in the chat right now, I want to do another celebration, a fun celebration, and let's have everybody participate with us. Let's see which one I can do. And if you're a member, you got custom emojis, get those ready. If you're not a member of the channel, that's cool too. Use whatever emojis. Let's celebrate together. Stuttering guitarist. I think you make a great point up here. I think Lilo and Stitch filled a huge void. Kids on vacation can see a movie and enjoy it regardless. If I like the changes, well done. And here's the other thing about it. It's making money already. So Lilo and Stitch was produced for around $100 million because it was supposed to be Disney Plus only. And this live action version, there's no real big stars in it. I think that helped with the production budget a lot. You didn't have to pay anybody through the nose, except that Lilo, the little actress that plays Lilo, did a fantastic job. And that's the thing. It's the relationship between Lilo and Stitch and then Lilo and Nani those are the most important relationships in the movie. And I think they're all fleshed out well. The biggest problem I had with it was Zach Galifianakis. Pumley. Anyway, his I feel like David Harbour would have been better for that, but maybe David Harbour would have cost a lot more money. So better on. Anyway, $100 million budget. They've already made back $600 million at the box office, so they made back $300 million, which means that it's already in profit territory. Because if they spent $100 to even $150 million marketing this thing, that means that the top spend on this was likely no more than $250 million. That means they've already made that back. They're in profit territory, and the thing's likely to hit $1 billion. So, yeah, people at Disney are not doing great at predicting what's going to be a hit and what's going to be a bomb lately, which would lead us to our, to our next story. By the way, what time is it? Okay, 10:06. Good. We are in a good place. Such a huge win for theaters. Yes, theaters needed that win because it's not been a great year for the box office. But between that and Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, that looks like that's doing well at the box office. And I think a couple of bigger box office hits are coming up. Whether I'm excited about them or not doesn't matter. I think Superman is going to be a pretty decent box office hit. If it's a good movie, it could hit $1 billion. If it's a mid movie, I think maybe 800 to 900 million worldwide, but we shall see. I don't know what the movie is going to be like. I think Fantastic Four is shaping up to be a box office bomb because Thunderbolts was a halfway decent movie and it still didn't do well because of Marvel fatigue. I don't think people are loving Marvel or loving Disney much anymore. So yeah, you got those things. By the way, the schedule for today, right now, and I'm hoping there's a potential for a schedule change that might take things earlier in the morning, an earlier start. But right now, the schedule for today is this show. We're going to stream right into Culture Casino. Culture Casino will go into that Park Place Morning Magic. That will be 11 to 12. At 12 at noon, we have the WDW Pro show from noon to 3, and then T3PO at 3 o'clock. So don't change that dial. And if you haven't done so yet, please do click that like button below on this channel. Hello, Maritz's Yarn and Crafts just came into the show. Good to see you here. So we're going to talk about some things that are going on at Disney World. And the first story might actually be a good story, even if you went to go to the Magic Kingdom and this happened.
So I think what happened is I went to Epcot. You can go around the whole world, and I had a couple in the Germany section, and I thought I went to China. Anyway, I'm a knucklehead.
Yes. So we're going to get this story on the screen. Just in case you are planning a Walt Disney World vacation this summer, might be the summer to go, especially if you have youngins, because they are marketing this as Disney's Cool Kids Summer. And let's see what some of the offerings are. This is out of thatparkplace.com. Let's get this on the screen. Disney World launches Cool Kid Summer savings and perks to try to wrestle back crowd levels. Yeah, the crowds have diminished a little bit, but they want them to come back, especially in lieu of that other park opening across town, Epic Universe. So out of thatparkplace.com. Bookmark it if you haven't bookmarked it yet. We have by none other than WDW Pro on the 30th of May. Disney World launches Cool Kids Summer savings and perks to try and wrestle back crowd levels. Let's see what they've got going on. There, of course, is the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind at Epcot. Walt Disney World has launched a new marketing push called Cool Kid Summer that is mostly a gimmick of highlighted air conditioning experiences guests can enjoy, character meet and greets, the two quote-unquote new shows at Hollywood Studios, but there are a few perks and cost-cutting opportunities being rolled out by the resort to try to recapture Disney World family attendance. Here's the latest from the Disney Parks blog, and we give Disney Parks blog the credit for this, as they state, make a splash right from the start. Guest of Disney World. Let me start that over as my. Make a splash right from the start. Guests of Disney Resort Collection hotels can enjoy free admission to one of our 2 water parks on the day of their check-in for free. In case you missed it, both Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach will be open this summer starting on May 21st. Which one will you choose? Guests of Disney Resort hotels and other select hotels can enjoy 30 minutes of early theme park entry every day of their stay. You might even spot some of your favorite characters out in the park during this time. And that's just the beginning of the fun. Staying at Disney's Pop Century Resort, Disney's Art of Animation Resort, Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, and Disney's Wilderness Lodge means extra fun for your entire family. There, you'll be able to enjoy even more Disney-themed activities, including character visits with set appearance times to help you plan your day and an expanded itinerary of things to do with your family throughout your stay at these 4 resorts. More ways to save during the Cool Kids Summer. To add even more magic to your visit, there are great deals to help your family visit this summer. 50% off on kids' tickets. You can purchase a 3-day or longer kids ages 3 to 9 standard ticket for half off. Yes, 50% off. This deal is available for visits beginning May 27th and going all the way through September the 20th, 2025. Notice it's not the end of the month. It's September 20th. 3-day, 3-park ticket. Get a 3-day, 3-park ticket starting at $89 per day. $267 total plus tax for visits starting on April 6th through September 22nd, 2025. This ticket is for admission to Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, and Disney's Animal Kingdom. 1 theme park per day, not valid for admission to the Magic Kingdom. Yes, that one will be separate. Disney Resort Room Deals. Save up to 30% on select Disney Resort hotel rooms when you stay longer for visits beginning August 1st through October 11th, 2025. Special deals on rooms are also available for Florida residents and annual pass holders. Plus, Disney Plus subscribers can save on rooms at select Disney Resort hotels starting from $99 per night at Disney's All-Star Sports Resort when staying 2 nights or longer. Most nights from June 29th to July 31st, 2025. Interesting. So it's basically just during the month of July. Wonder what the attendance is looking like at that point in time. New Florida resident summer magic tickets. Florida residents can make the most of summer with a special ticket offer just for them. The Florida resident summer magic ticket offers 4 days of fun at Walt Disney World theme parks for just $60 per day. That's a total price of $240 plus tax. This ticket will be available for purchase starting May 6, 2025, for visits from May 18th through September 27th, 2025, with an advance park reservation subject to availability. Looking for a shorter visit? There are great options for that too. 3 days, $75 per day. 2 days, $105 per day. And it says to learn more about ways to save during the cool kids summer at Disney World, visit disneyworld.com/summer. There's so much in store for summer 2025 at Walt Disney World Resort. Yes. So, there's a question, of course, is that perhaps their response to Epic Universe opening? Have they already seen that their reservations are down for right now, from what I can see, for the entire summer? If you're a pass holder and you're not blocked out, reservations are open the whole summer. And even though they are asking people to make specifically Magic Kingdom park reservations for any days they want to go to the Magic Kingdom, July 20th or after, because of the new parade, nighttime parade opening up, it seems like those reservations are completely open as well. But I want to know your thoughts. Let us know down below in the comments. Are you going to Walt Disney World this summer? Are you excited about the savings, or does it even matter to you? Will you go or will you not go? To go or not to go, that is the question. Let us know down below in the comments before you go out the door. Thank you for coming in. James All Day. I think I did hear they've got a new test track. Test track is supposed to be opening later this year with test track 3.0. And since I think they're using the same track, I don't know what kind of changes were made to the ride, but the cars look very much the same and the ride looks very much the same. Supposedly going back, though, to a World of Motion type of feel. So I don't really know exactly what they're doing with it exactly. But yeah, they've changed the sign and they're making improvements there. Yeah. I ain't going back to Disney until everything is fixed, which is going to be a long time. I don't think they're ever going to fix it back to the way it used to be. Wow. Ron, is the merchandise clearance at WDW of Sports open to annual pass holders? As far as I know, there's this sale that they have just for cast members only. They might be having it. Are they having a clearance sale at Sports right now? If they are, that's a very good question. I haven't checked it out yet, Pam. I will tell you what, though. I'll research it. I will check it out, and I will find the answer and let you know. How about that? How about that? And we have another Epcot story. It's so funny because stories pop up. This one is breaking, by the way. Sorry, folks, I ran into a technical glitch here. Give me just a moment. There we go. To turn my That Park Place screen from blue to red. Lots of different stories. I'm going to put this one on the screen because I find it to be completely interesting. Yes, indeed. So this is more of a landscaping story. And let me get this one on screen. It is out of thatparkplace.com. Epcot removes trees at Dreamers Point, seemingly to clear the view for the adults-only Geo 82 Lounge. We're going to click into this. This is by Marvin Montanaro, and it just came out a few minutes ago. With the grand opening of a new adults-only lounge in Epcot called Geo 82 just a day away, Disney has quietly removed 2 large trees from Dreamers Point, an area previously celebrated for its contemplative tribute to Walt Disney. The removal has sparked renewed scrutiny of Epcot's ongoing transformation, with critics accusing Disney of further sidelining families in favor of catering to a childless adult travelers and upscale drinking experiences. And let me tell you very, very quickly, here's where it says the large trees were removed from Walt Disney Dreamers Point to improve the view from Geo 82. So let me tell you really quickly, my issue with Geo 82 is that there's an experience that you can purchase in the evening. It's $179 per person, and I'm not sure what time you have to get in there. I think maybe 8 o'clock or so. And I think the purchase already includes some food and drinks. But the reason it would be a cool experience for families is it's a great place to watch the fireworks from. But they've ostracized families from being able to go because you can only watch the fireworks from there if you're an adult, which I think is weird. The reason I think it's weird is because why are they making a special place in a family theme park that is specifically for adults only and cuts out the kids when you could have the best view of a show that's meant to be enjoyed by families? That is so bizarre to me. I know people are like, oh, it's a drinking space for 21 and up. And I'm like, look, I get that. Okay, I get that. But where it's located, I don't think this is the right place to have the 21 and over only drinking spot in Epcot. I think that because of where it's located specifically and the view that you get of the fireworks show, that you'd love to have a special experience for your family. And by the way, I mean, come on, if you get families in there and you charge $179 per head, but it's like, I don't like that Disney is catering more and more and more to the Disney adult crowd and not families. It's, and yes, I'm an adult. I love theme parks, but theme parks are a space for whole families with kids and not just adults. And it's a weird thing to do because you know who the next generation coming up that might go to Disney would be? That'd be kids. So you're not going to have a lot of Disney adults left when the current Disney adults are gone. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's a wise move for the future, but let me know. Let me know in the chat what you think. A quiet landscaping change with loud implications. Dreamers Point is located just behind Spaceship Earth and features a Walt Disney statue seated and gazing out at the World Celebration Gardens. For months, the area has been framed by 2 tall, mature trees that provided both visual balance and shade. As of early June, those trees are gone, cleared away in what appears to be a deliberate effort to enhance the lounge's sightlines. And yeah, of course, that makes sense. The Geo 82 Lounge, which officially opens as of the recording of this, that'll be tomorrow, June 4th, sits on the second floor of the newly redesigned post-show area of Spaceship Earth. Its large windows now offer a direct, unobscured view of Dreamer's Point. The timing of the tree removal just days before the lounge opens has left little doubt that the decision was made to benefit the new adult-focused venue. Reservations for Geo 82 are already booked out for months. The venue promises upscale dining and cocktail offerings in an exclusive environment restricted to guests aged 21 and older. In contrast to the park's historic focus on education and family entertainment, the Geo 82 experience leans into Epcot's growing trend of alcohol-based offerings aimed at adult travelers, particularly the so-called quote-unquote Disney adults and the Dinks, dual income, no kids demographic. Epcot's shifting priorities. The removal of trees at Epcot to open up a premium view for adult patrons purchasing high-priced drinks might seem trivial in isolation, but to longtime fans, it's the latest sign that Epcot is slowly shedding its identity as a place for families to dream, learn, and explore together. Over the past decade, Epcot has seen the rise of food and drink festivals, pop-up bars, and seasonal kiosks emphasizing alcohol as a core part of the experience. While these offerings have proved profitable, they have also changed the tone of the park. Reports of disruptive guest behavior, including loud, intoxicated groups, public vomiting, belligerence, and even instances of less than appropriately clothed, personally observed in horror by this reporter, that would be Marvin, have become increasingly common during peak festival seasons. To many observers, the steady pivot away from family-friendly spaces towards adult-exclusive areas like Geo 82 reflects a strategic business choice that risks alienating the park's core audience. Parents with children may find fewer spaces to relax and fewer attractions tailored to them as the park reorients around premium adult experiences and nightlife style ambiance. A view of Walt, but not for everyone. Ironically, the new view from Geo 82 centers on the statue of Walt Disney himself. Walt the Dreamer statue was designed as a symbol of inspiration and hope, a quiet reminder of the man who imagined a utopia where families could grow, learn, and imagine together. But the removal of the flanking trees, Walt now sits exposed, literally and figuratively, so that an upscale bar can have a better view for its adult guests in a space that bars children. Some guests see this as a symbolic moment. Walt's vision, once protected and framed by nature, is now wide open to the gaze of paying patrons sipping cocktails behind glass. The statement this makes about priorities is not lost on many long-time fans. And no comment from Disney. As a publication, Disney has not made any official statement regarding the removal of the Epcot trees. The change was not announced, nor was it addressed in any press material about Geo 82's launch. But to those paying attention, the decision is part of a pattern. Quiet alterations that incrementally reshape Epcot from a place of discovery and family bonding into something more akin to an adult-friendly nightlife venue like the former Pleasure Island section of downtown Disney. Of course, that's now called, and it has been for 10 years, Disney Springs. There's the Pleasure Island sign with Jessica Rabbit inviting you to pleasure. Look, whether that change proves successful in the long run remains to be seen. For now, the trees are gone. The lounge is open, and Walt's statue sits in full view. Just not necessarily for the people it was envisioned for. It's more than just the removal of trees. To me, it is really, it's just about the shifting values of Disney away from families, especially the traditional families, people with morals, values, education, all of the good things that a society needs to function well. And Disney is moving away from these things. And I don't like it. Let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts about this? Because it's more than a couple of trees that have been removed. It is in a lot of ways, and it's so ironic. It's so ironic that Walt Disney, the man who did not want alcohol in his parks, now sits in front of, staring out over an Epcot that is not the Epcot that he imagined. And behind him sits a bar. Oh, the irony. My gosh. Yeah. It's amazing. Maritz's Yarn and Crafts says, why Disney create new movies? It's not a remake. Don't they have any creative minds anymore? Yeah. Lilo and Stitch, I loved it. But if you don't, that's fine. It's incredibly sad. The state of Disney currently is sad. The odd thing is, of course, they are also making this Cool Kids Summer. So you have Cool Kids Summer on the one hand, adults to drink on the other hand. Who are they inviting into the park? I don't get it. Like it's very strange because just down from GO82 and I don't know, a few hundred yards away, you can walk over to the Communicore and go dance with Goofy if you're a little kid. So I don't know, are there going to be people that think that they can leave their, that's scary, is that people might think that they can leave their kids in there while they go up to GO82 and drink. Don't do that, folks. If that's your idea, don't do it. Don't leave your kids. Definitely never leave your kids alone. Keep by your kids' side if you're in a Disney park. Trust me on this one. Definitely want to do that. Yeah. Well, let's get to this last story. And this is about the Disney company as a whole. Actually, as a whole, Disney is performing well. As a company, it's not. Oh, golly. Yeah, but let's see. All right, so this next story is definitely news. Is it good news? Is it bad news? It's Disney news, so you can kind of guess what kind of news it might be. But we're going to try our best to give it to you and make it fun.
I have news.
What type of news is it?
Well, to be perfectly frank, it's bad.
Maybe if you tell me the bad news in a good way, it won't sound so bad.
The bad news in a good way.
Yes, I can do that.
Oh, well, here goes. Wait till you hear this.
Oh, boy. Yes, indeed. Here's the bad news in a good way. Well, folks, another few months has gone by, and what does that mean? Well, it means another round of Disney layoffs. Yes, it seems to be happening more and more often within the company. No, it's not at the parks. Don't have to worry about that. But for some reason, their entertainment branch is maybe not doing as well as they'd love everybody to believe that it is. We're going to hit the story out of that parkplace.com. Let's get it on the screen. Disney hit with major layoffs as hundreds cut across film, TV, and finance. This is written yesterday, June 2nd, by Mr. Marvin Montanaro at thatparkplace.com. Bookmark it if you haven't. The Walt Disney Company has initiated another significant wave of layoffs impacting several hundred employees globally across multiple divisions, according to a new exclusive report out of Deadline. The cuts are affecting key areas of Disney entertainment, including film and television, marketing, TV, publicity, casting, development, and even parts of the company's corporate financial operations. The latest round marks the fourth wave of staff reductions in the past 10 months, and according to the report, it's the largest yet. While no full departments are being eliminated, the scope of the cuts across film and television is described as roughly equal. The majority of affected employees within Disney Entertainment Television are based in Los Angeles. The restructuring is part of an ongoing cost-cutting initiative led by CEO Bob Iger, who returned to the helm of Disney in late 2022 and immediately pledged $7.5 billion in reductions across the company. That plan resulted in the elimination of 7,000 jobs in 2023. The newest wave is further evidence that the company's aggressive streamlining strategy is far from over. Layoffs follow a supposedly strong earnings report. What's particularly notable about this latest development is the timing. Just last month, Disney reported better than expected financial results for Q2, fueled primarily by its theme parks and sports division. Operating income in the direct-to-consumer streaming segment rose sharply, jumping $289 million year over year to $336 million. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot of dough. At Disney's April shareholders meeting, Iger emphasized growth in the company's experiences division, particularly theme parks, claiming that new jobs were being created to support expansion and increased demand. That public optimism now appears to be in stark contrast with the reality behind the scenes, a steady march of cuts. This isn't the first time in recent months that Disney staffers have faced sudden layoffs. In March 2025, nearly 200 employees were let go, including members of ABC News and Entertainment Network, teams like Freeform and FX. In October 2024, a major restructuring shut down ABC Signature, folding its operations into 20th Television. About 30 employees lost their jobs, and in July of 2024, approximately 140 workers were cut from Disney Entertainment Television, including 60 at National Geographic. Each wave has focused on streamlining Disney's traditional media operations, even as the company expands investments elsewhere. A broader industry pattern. Disney's layoffs arrived just as NBC Universal begins its own restructuring, spinning off multiple cable networks into a new entity known as Versant. That move has also led to job losses as the broader media landscape continues grappling with the fallout from declining cable viewership, a saturated streaming market, and shifting audience behavior. While some media conglomerates are consolidating to stay afloat, others are trimming legacy operations to fund future growth in theme parks, sports broadcasting, and international expansion. The road ahead, with more cuts reportedly looming, questions are swirling about what Disney's long-term entertainment strategy looks like. Despite strong performance in theme parks and incremental streaming gains, its core entertainment divisions continue to bear the brunt of restructuring efforts. Whether this strategy ultimately stabilizes the company or further fragments its identity remains to be seen. Yes, more and more Disney is changing, and it's changing. I don't know. I tell you what, if all of these layoffs were in these Stories Matters groups for parks, which supposedly went away but kind of really hasn't, it's kind of going underground. I'd be pretty happy about that. What really needs to happen is they need to get rid of it. I'm worried about who they get rid of, right? So there's definitely people that they need to get rid of, and there's people that they need to bring in, and that's more about ideology than anything else. If they want to bring their business back, they have to have people in there that care about the core audience of families. You have to get more things out that are closer to Lilo and Stitch, and less things out that are, like Buzz Lightyear was. It's a little scary. I'd love to know your thoughts before you head out the door. What do you think of? Is there any salvation for the Disney company at this point? How much audience have they lost? I wonder. Their reputation has been really bumpy over the last few years, and yes, there's still a lot of things that I love about Walt Disney and the parks and the company, and there's other things that I just wish would permanently go away. But I would love to know what your thoughts. So let us know, what are your thoughts on the Disney company as a whole, and whether layoffs are going to help improve it? Let us know down below before you go out the door. And thank you for coming in for this one. Kind of a short one, but we had to get to it. Thank you so much. And let me check the chat for all the people. Yes. So you say, I hope he's the Wokies that were fine. We can all hope that, but yeah, exactly. I doubt it. I doubt it too. I'm with you. I am with you 100%. But before we leave today, I know I don't see any supers checking on super chats and other types of support. I don't see any of it, but I still want to celebrate all of you who are out there watching. And we're going to celebrate with the man. We're going to send you over to the man, the myth, the legend, Culture Casino. Let's get ready with your bears in the chat. The Bears, the Bears, the Bears, the Bears. Thank you guys so much for coming in, checking us out today. Yes, indeed. Tom F. Weird. Oh, my goodness gracious, man. I got to reach out to you, Tom, and we need to chat just to catch up and see how things are going. Oh, so many people out there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I might be on the pro show today. I don't really know 100%. It's possible. Not sure where I'm going to show up today later in the day, but keep tuned to this channel. Sending you over to Culture Now, then That Place Morning Magic, then WDW Pro Show at noon, right over to T3PO and That Park Place, or the T3PO show at 3 o'clock. Until then, and until tomorrow, and until the next time we see you, well, indeed, we will see you real soon. Thank you so much for coming in today, everybody. Thank you for being here. We will be back tomorrow at the same time. And until then, we'll see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao. Thank you. Bye.